Police-involved shooting of John Crawford III launched a major statewide effort to examine Ohio's police departments.
And today, Attorney General Mike DeWine released a new report that makes several recommendations. New at 6, Biehl inmate is learning if the Dayton Police Chief is on board.
Well, Chief Biehl says that his officers have a clear understanding that they must meet the mark. And for the chief, that has meant going beyond the state requirements, which is why he says he's welcoming these changes and recommendations, but also challenging them.
I fully support it. I have been a proponent of increased training for police officers for literally decades.
Dayton Police Chief Richard Biehl is all for recommendations released in the Attorney General's report. It was initiated after 2 fatal Ohio police-involved shootings. The chief says his department already meets most of these requirements, and he's for even more training. But there's a challenge.
Is it a financial challenge, or is it just the staffing? What's the biggest issue?
Well, it's both. It's an operational challenge that when you think of training 350 police officers for 40 hours, and you think of the average class size probably 20, 25, that literally takes weeks and weeks and weeks, and that's a lot of time for officers to be out the street. So the question is, how does one provide enough police officers to provide prompt response to citizens' calls for service when you have to have so many police officers in training?
It's a question Chief Biehl says needs an answer. And if more training is required, then he says more funding is needed as well. I dug deeper into this report. The task force suggests more requirements for enrolling into basic training. That means statewide requiring a high school diploma or GED, pass a drug test, pass a polygraph test, and take a psychological evaluation. It recommends more uniformity and oversight for the 62 police academies. Once certified, the advisory board says annual training for officers should increase from a minimum of 4 hours to 40. And for overall professional improvement, there were several recommendations. The chief says he'll continue to push his staff for the best training because he says
citizens need to have confidence that officers have been adequately and properly trained.
And the chief again says he's welcoming these suggestions, but he's keeping an eye out for whether funding will increase. He says that will make a big difference as to whether his department and others across the Buckeye State can meet these recommendations. For the full report and reaction from Governor John Kasich, visit us at WDTN.com. Biehl 2 News, working for you.